Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
On both sides of the border, a sense a ground war is imminent. Israel's military massing while in Gaza, which is roughly the size of Philadelphia. But with a third more people, there is no way out. Richard Engel is near the border tonight.
Come in. There's an air war in Gaza tonight, with Hamas firing barrages of rockets toward Israel, to little effect. Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system launching tiny projectiles at supersonic speed, intercepting and destroying nearly all of them. Israel's airstrikes are not being stopped. They're slamming into Gaza, where there are no air defenses. The United Nations is sounding the alarm of a growing humanitarian crisis. Human rights groups are calling for civilians to be allowed to leave and for aid to enter the 139 square mile territory that's home to 2 million Palestinians, 40% of them under 15. Israel says it will keep attacking Gaza until Hamas is destroyed. The Israeli military says it only targets Hamas. But what about the children? Medical officials say more than 1,500 Palestinians have been killed and 6,000 wounded. And those numbers could grow quickly. Israel's military is amassing tanks and troops along the border with Gaza. Its chief of staff saying now it is time for war and that the head of Hamas and all those who operate under him deserve to die. 22-year-old Palistia Al-Akkad lives in Gaza.
The media is barely covering any news because of the situation. There is no electricity, there is no connection. Like Israelis are literally bombing everywhere, nowhere is safe. These words, life in Gaza, right now they don't make any sense to any Gazan living in here because we don't know what does the word life mean. We're expecting death at any minute. We're expecting that the whole Gaza Strip will be erased at any minute.
The Gaza Strip is bordered by Israel, the Mediterranean Sea, and Egypt. All exits are closed and blocked. Refugees are not streaming out. This isn't Ukraine. No one is taking in the people of Gaza.
We couldn't handle this amount of injuries, and it's just heartbreaking.
Dr. Sarah Al-Sakah is a Palestinian surgeon based in Gaza.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Noga, October the 13th, 2023. Great glory to the mighty one, and welcome once more, beloved. We have a fair amount of tabs open up here, and we are going to go through all of this. And again, we really don't care about this fiasco going on over there. Well, you know, those people going at each other's throat trying to fulfill prophecies. If this thing is real, don't get me wrong, graduate. This thing going on over there is as real as it can get. But is it prophecy? It has nothing to do with prophecy. That has nothing to do with Israel is going to be destroyed at the end. If anything, I see you guys are destroying those people over there. If anything, I see issues like putting that work on those folks over there. Okay, All right, the theatrics keep going on because you folks did this stuff back in the day with the Inquisition, and you are doing your best now trying to prove that this is prophecy. That has nothing to do with prophecy. You know, stuff like that going on over there all the time. It's just you guys just hype it to the media and making sure that you put our people on the forefront. You know, who's the guy that went over there and risked his life? Is that Lester? Which is somewhat they're considering Lester as a black man. You know, who and NBC News sit over there? Lester, to go report the news. Now, with all joke aside, beloved, let's talk about exactly what's going on here. We know all those things is orchestrated because 83 came against our loin. They destroy our people. Now it is the judgment time. So this is the final act. This is the hoorah. This is the act that hopefully that will shock the true Israelites to go back to the church and pray for them, or to pray for them in general. Because when you go to those churches, they are built on top of ley lines, which have a much more powerful effect when you're praying, and will suck up the energy, and they will use your energy to manipulate the energies, because energy is magic. Magic literally means manipulation of energy, knowledge of all knowledge. They will use your magic, aka your energy, to rule a little bit once more. But this ain't gonna do nothing. The Holy One is not hearing the prayer of sinners. You see, we've been praying for the past, fervently, 3 years since 2020 till now. The Holy One gives the orders to stand down. It is done. No more prayers, whether for Gentiles or Jews, no more. It's done since January 2020, February 2023. The prayer is done. Now, there is a video. Okay, let me see if we can find this video online. Raven take down Israeli flag. Okay, we had talked about this before, so, and it happened 5 months. It happened 6 months ago. Okay, let's just play this a little. Okay.
עזוב את הדגל.
Okay, so.
עורב. אנרכיסט. הלו.
Okay, so.
עזוב את הדגל, בחייאת. אני בשוק. עורב. מה? אני בהלם. אני בשוק.
So, that's what had happened. Okay? And there's a cat, and there was a snake. Okay, the cat taking the flag down, and there was a video of a snake finding out in the wall of over there. So I'm sorry, I can't enlarge this video. Let me see if we can find a video that is somewhat larger. Those are shorts, and you really can't. Those are shorts. You can't really see it, but nonetheless you get the point. Now, excuse me. Israeli government warned black Israelites. There we go. It just picked up right now. Israeli government warned black Israelites to leave Israel. Okay. There we go. Israel, that was a year ago. Okay, Israeli government what we want to leave Israel. Yes. Okay. Now, where was that? Oh boy. Did they took the video out? But they didn't really get it out. So there is a video of a year ago. A year ago, the Israelis told the black folks over there to get out of Israel, to go back to their homeland, to America. And they were threatening those people. They told them to get out because they will deport them. And they were telling those people to get out. All right. So they were bringing. They told them they have 1 year, so to speak, to leave Israel by December 2023 or 2022, I believe. They said you got like a year to get your affair in order and we will kick you out. Now, beloved, I am not against anyone that want to go anywhere, but the flee doctrine, I do not subscribe to that. I do not tell our people to flee. Now, you see, there is a lot of folks over there, a lot of so-called Israelites that are online. They were the one that keep telling our people to flee, flee, flee. Go to Africa. Go hide over there because America is going to be destroyed. For some reason, nothing going to happen in Africa. Go back to Israel, the land. We told you is that Israel over there is not the Holy Land. They are not the people. Fake news, fake Jews. They are not the real people. That's not the Holy Land over there. If this was the Holy Land, why would you go over there and the Mosai taking you out of there? Because there's a war over there. And you're not seeing, beloved, the guys, the folks that were telling our people to flee over there. You're not telling them, you're not seeing them telling our people, okay, well, we need to get them out. We need to bring them here. We already told you, you are in the Holy Land. Wherever you are right now, you are in the Holy Land. Wherever your feet just planted, your foot is there, the Most High give it unto you as an inheritance. Because the people that came against our loin and take our land, they forfeit theirs to us because they weren't supposed to do that. There was an argument, an arrangement, there's a curse upon that. Now you got a bunch of our brethren, well, if they are truly our brethren, stuck over there. Okay? You got those folks stuck over there. There's nothing they can do. And you see that the so-called Hebrew Israelites online don't say anything about that. There's a lot of Hebrews out there. They are very quiet on what's going on over there in Israel. Okay? That's one. And two, beloved, when you watch those news, okay, let's go to where we had left up. I just bought a brand new mouse pad. And this thing's still doing that, so I'm using the stuff 232 1 232. Okay, let's stick 230 right there. Okay, let's watch this for a moment.
Is taking in the people of Gaza.
We couldn't handle this amount of injuries, and it's just heartbreaking.
Dr. Sarah Al-Sakah is a Palestinian surgeon based in Gaza. She says she's working 24-hour shifts, and when she can, is posting to social media to show conditions there.
No one can leave Gaza. No one can enter Gaza. There is no crossing borders, nothing left for anyone to do. It's a huge, big cage that we are trapped inside, and someone from outside is just keep on bombing, non-stop bombing, and there is nowhere else to go.
Israel says it had no choice but to attack, to disarm and deter Hamas, after more than 1,500 gunmen stormed into Israel, butchered entire families, desecrated their bodies, killed at least 1,300 Jews, and took hostages, including children and the elderly. Israel's reprisal.
Now, beloved, could it be possible that those specific places that those folks are bombing or those Hamas fellow killed, could it be possible those were the true black Hebrews that went over there and thinking that the land is over there because they were deceived? I mean, if they could do this to each other, what do you think they would do to people that don't look like them at all? You see, when you watch Israeli and Gazan or a Palestinian, so to speak, there are no visible difference except for their clothing or the way they talk and stuff like that. Dress them in the same clothes, put them sit them down. You won't know the difference between an Israeli and a Palestinian. But take a black man or black woman, so to speak, put them in the midst of them, dress them exactly the same. Everybody will know they'll quickly know the difference. Could it be possible those Hamas folks over there entering Israel, and which they let them enter, and they told them the specific area they need to hit, and they literally wiped the little rest of those black folks that were over there? Because usually anytime something happen either here or any other place, they always show the faces of our people. But now When things truly happen to them, they always make it seems that it's happening to us, and when it's happening to us, they always seems to make it look it happening to them. Could it be possible that a lot of our people are dying over there, or other people we don't know? See, this is the madness when you guys are listening to people that are telling you to flee to other country, flee and go live in the desert, and a lot of our people are suffering in those deserts, man. It's so hot, the heat wave, they are suffering over there. A lot of people die because most of them do not want to listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit. They like to listen to men. Wherever men say flee, they flee. I myself, I have nowhere to go. Where am I going to flee, man? Where can I go? I'm a mocked man. My skin color give me away. Wherever I go, they already know who I am. My spirit give me away. Whether I go to Africa, those so-called African over there, they don't like us. Whether I go anywhere, I cannot escape the judgment. Well, of course, now I am not under judgment here. We are not under judgment here, and we are not dismayed, and we are not moved. We know everything those guys are doing over there is just orchestrated stage, so they can show the world that prophecy is being fulfilled, Iran going to attack, this going to do that, and then stuff. But what they fail to tell the Christian is that, wait a minute, before all those things, just like the whole plague that went in 2020 still going on, before all of that, you guys were supposed to be raptured. You were supposed to be raptured. You were supposed to be in a spaceship. Well, Jesus just supposed to give you a ride, and then those things would happen. Israel will get attacked and all that. You guys failed to mention this. You guys try to make it seems like now you guys are being attacked innocently, and God came into your, God didn't come to your rescue. You pretty much destroy everybody over there. And then you guys going to come up with the Antichrist going to come with the mark of the beast, which you folks already said he did come in with the job, which was the mark of the beast. That's what you guys were saying. Because you didn't want to deal with the reality of the plagues. You call it fake, you give it other name, and this thing decimated you. That's why you bring all those migrants over there to beef up or buff up or padded your numbers. Because this thing truly destroy you. So every single person that are in this planet, especially all the Gentiles that are watching, they know what's going on. They see every single places. They have wars. You guys are responsible for those things. That's what you folks doing. And you know what? At the end, all those wars that you guys been doing in the past till now, at the end when the alien invade, because that's what you guys are hoping to happen, when the alien came in, they're gonna give you technologies. They look like you. They will give you advanced technology so you can go do much more of this nonsense and scumbag. You people have the money and the power to completely advance and make this world beautiful. Everybody can and could live in peace, but you choose war because, well, that's your duty, that's your function. That's what you were created for. Remember, you folks are elementaries. Once you guys die, that's it for you. Once you folks die, you done. This is your last hoorah. This is your last, hey, look at me. I'm matter too. Look at me. Well, what I'm saying, look at me and stuff like, and I'm just trying to enlarge this. I don't know. This look like a woman. The head right there. She wears some kind of weird hat or this hair. Look at her perky breasts. Her belly, it's like, her belly button right there, and she looks like some giant mermaid, half fish in the sea, some kind of leviathan, animal. That's her arm right there, and she's holding some kind of spear weapon. It seems she's about to throw it over there or something like that, but I don't know. It could be me, but this look like a woman. You can see that's the left breast, that's the right breast, neck, face, hair that looks some kind of weird shape, and things like that. But anyway, this is us, trying to, bring things over there. But that's what I'm seeing. If anyone can see the same thing, let us know in the chat room, in the comment board also. Okay, so you people are doing this fiasco, this theatrics over there, so people can pay attention to you, because you have no answer. You have no answer to prophecy. Right now, you're just mushing up everything together, masha, washa. You just throw it at people. You just throw it at people. Well, we're going to come after the Hamas fellow and get rid of them. Just like, America say, we're going to get after terrorists, eliminate the Al-Qaeda or the guys over there. And what happened in Afghanistan? You guys fled. Why? Because the contract was over. You weren't supposed to be in that piece of land over there. You left. Talking about Afghanistan, they have an earthquake going on over there. Kill a bunch of people. When you look at the section those people are calling the Middle East, which is truly Africa, you look at for this year, that earthquake that happened in this February in Turkey, kill a bunch of people. The other earthquake in Morocco, kill a bunch of people, thousands of them. The flood that happened in Libya, thousands of them. The earthquake in Afghanistan, thousands of them. Those folks are dying by the thousands in the millions. Those are not prophecy. You know what they are? They are all fake. You see, anytime something happened to us, black folks, because that's what you label us. You don't want to call us the true children of God, the original God being, the Israelites on this earth. Anything bad happened to us, it is real. Oh man, this is true. This is real. I believe black people are the one that are stealing everything in those stores. That's why those stores are closing. I believe that. I don't believe that my numbers are down. My people are on drugs. They can't work. I don't believe that. I don't believe that we run out of money. Our money is useless, was and is always will be useless. I don't believe that this is fake, because I choose not to believe it. I don't believe that white men in their 40s, 50s are dialing 988 more than anybody. The one that are in their 30s and 20s, those ones that are good for the army, that can work, that can fight, they are, for lack of a better word, disabled, unable. A lot of them are on drugs. And the one that are in their 60s and 70s, they retired. They got one foot in the grave. The other one is dingling and ready to get a magnet. I don't believe that. This is fake. This is propaganda. I do believe that there are more black people, everybody that are in prison or Israelites. Every crime is being committed by them. They have all the disease. They are the criminals. They are the worst of the worst. I do believe that, because it is true. I do believe they are 13% ever since 1865 till now. Every time one of them die, one of them born. They are dying every day. They are being born every day. The exact number for 1865. And I believe we are growing. And I don't believe we have any issue related to quote-unquote infertility. I don't believe that we cannot reproduce. And certainly, I don't believe that we passed the point of reproducing. I believe that we are the best. We are getting more. The economy getting stronger and stuff. That's your delusion. And then again, beloved, with all these things going on out there, we are not dismayed. We are not moved. We don't care what you people do. But Big Levi, which side are you in? Just like Democrat and Republican, who gives a shit? Who cares? At this point right now, if you care about, Big Levi, I don't know about you. I'll vote Democrat because they are friendly to black people. Well, I don't know about you. I'll vote Republican because Trump gonna take the Illuminati down. Who gives a real stuff out there? Who cares? Who cares about this type of garbage, man? Who cares? Look, listen. You folks gonna go at each other's throat. And by now, I'll say you guys already lost control of this thing that you thought you had control over. Okay, you lost control of it. It's gonna escalate it. Just like everything that you thought you had control over, and then you try to stop it, it won't work. Why? You know what day tomorrow is? Wait a minute. This video is not going to be published tomorrow. Boy. Today is Saturday. For the people that are watching this, I believe today is Saturday. If not, I believe today is Saturday. The eclipse. Today, Saturday, I'm assuming, is the new moon. The dead moon. Shabbatai, Saturn, wool, Saturday. And Saturday, the color is black. The metal is lead. Saturn is the highest planet, the planet of judgment. That's where the black judge is from. Cain's little brother that your father Cain murdered. It's the same spirit. Now, Cain's brother is coming back with a great revenge. And we are going to see what's going to happen. I personally am sitting back, relaxed, and watching the show, enjoying it, and studying and praying. For those of you that are studying with us privately, you are seeing the more private, like occult mysticism. The deeper we get, the much trouble those people are getting into. We don't care. Let us keep on moving, beloved. Let us see what's going on. How long we are? Oof, good grief, all right? Those people, this is not prophecy. That has nothing to do with prophecy. You guys already destroyed the true Israelites. Now it's judgment upon you. You are in trouble. And our people, I personally, I'm stay out of it. What about you? Okay, this is all over. This is Baghdad. All of you people came against us. Okay? Whatever you want to call them, Iranian, all of you guys came against us. All of you. Again, beloved, they have to put some people that look like us. They say, hey, black Muslim, it's time for you to drain this H too, because we're going to act like, we don't hate your guts. Both sides are against the true Israelites. There is Israeli and there is Israelites. Israeli is a citizen of Israel, that land over there. And the Israelites is a warrior born blood, a blood born men and women of the Most High, of the Mighty One. They have the God gene, the God DNA in them. That's why you people don't belong there. You people don't belong in this planet, whether you are Gazian, Palestinian, or Israeli, or wherever, whatever other people that are against us. This is your time. This is your judgment. So now you guys are acting like you're fighting and stuff, which a lot of you guys are willing to kill your own innocent people just to prove a point. But it will come a time that you guys will like, oh, let's band together to fight this alien invasion. And that's why you got our people so into hating alien and technologies. Oh, AI is evil. Aliens are demons and stuff. When we are the advanced being on this planet. That's why you got a lot of so-called black folks out there giving crap about technology. Well, transhumanism is the elite turning you into a robot. Yeah, those people barely can have an automatic door open without no issue. They barely can make a car drive it by itself. They barely can make an AI. Next thing you know, they're going to turn people into robot. Get out of here, man. Yo, let's keep on moving to the other things, beloved. We ain't got time for these hish.
Including a police officer. They all survived. This is a live look there at Hartsfield-Jackson International, where things are back to normal today. But you've got to see this. In the last 3 hours, we got this mugshot.
There we go.
People stabbed at the airport, including a police officer. They all survived. This is a live look there at Hartsfield-Jackson International, where things are back to normal today. But you've got to see this. In the last 3 hours, we got this mugshot of Damaris Milton.
So, that is the mugshot of this, wherever they claim that did the stabbing at the airport and over there in Atlanta. And a lot of people, it doesn't take a genius to read the facial figure and to read the quote-unquote, the spirit that is on this person. And our people were like, well, she's a black woman, therefore she's one of us. Therefore she's an Israelite. Therefore we need to go out there and fight for her because, and she's one of us because she looked black and she made, she's one of us because she's black. It doesn't work like that. See, you got a bunch of those people in your family. You got bunch of those people walking around, working with you. They look like our people, but they are not our people based on the action. Okay? It doesn't take a genius to know something is wrong with this person here.
Police say she is the stabber. Channel 2's Audrey Washington live for us in Clayton County, where Milton just faced a judge for the first time. Audrey, what can you tell us?
And Lori, I got to tell you, it was quite the bizarre court appearance. Now, Milton faces a number of very serious charges, including aggravated assault, but inside court, she really seemed unfazed by the crimes that she's accused of. At one point, she even lashed out at the judge. Now, I want you to take a look at this video that we have of that court appearance. The court appearance was done virtually today. You can see the judge and then Damaris Milton in a jail jumpsuit. Now, Milton is charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault after police say she stabbed 3 people, including an APD lieutenant inside Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Travelers caught the confrontation between Milton and the police on their cell phones. Now, this all happened late Wednesday afternoon near the airport's security checkpoint. Police drew their tasers and commanded Milton to put down the knife. But police and witnesses told us Milton stabbed 3 people before officers eventually tackled her to the ground. She was booked into
I'm trying to freeze
the Clayton County jail and took this.
There we go. I just froze this here. All right, let's fight with that mouse again. There we go. Now, for those of you that are watching, you can see this number on her left arm right there, and you know what's going on. Those are terrible signs, man. Those are terrible signs, and we know Michael always in the midst. You know, things like that, they always happen. And what we are doing right now, beloved, is just sit down and then watch the whole thing unfold, because there are no answer to these things, and those people cannot explain why these numbers keep pop up, why the name Michael keep pop up, why those things are happening to them. All they can do is making a big tumult, a big noise over there in that lane. Oh, hey, big divide. You have to understand things are going over there. Oh, who do you support? Who do you for? Hey, man, I don't know you people. Both of you hate the guts of my people. So I don't know you guys. You guys go out there and do whatever you want to do. I don't care about your nonsense. Okay? All right? Let's keep on moving.
Bizarre mugshot. But at her court appearance this morning, her behavior became even more erratic.
Would you like to apply to have a public defender represent you on these charges? And would you like a public defender to represent you?
Y'all already just said what y'all gonna do to me. Why am I answering any questions?
All right. Hey, ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and assign a counsel to assist you on your case. Thank you, ma'am. That'll take care of everything this morning.
And Milton was sent right back to jail. Exactly what led up to those stabbings is still unclear at this hour.
Well,
right now,
not only that, beloved, again, like we tell our people, they have spirits out there, and wherever's empty, they will just jump in your hollow body, control you, and then, you know, start doing things onto you and doing terrible things to you. Those things are there, they are real. All right, whoever is not spiritually strong, they'll be the vehicle for those things to go out there and commit the heinous crime. Whoever's out there doing whatever the hell you want to do, you live the gang life, you just do whatever you please, you'll be a victim to these things. And whoever is not on their guard, whoever doesn't have the spiritual protection against those stuff, you gotta get things that is with you. When those things try to get somewhere near to you, they'll be obliterated. Okay, you need things like that. So, beloved, let's keep on moving. Again, those are all prophecy. People out of their freaking mind.
New this morning, the son of the co-founder of Buc-ee's has been arrested after he allegedly recorded several people by using spy camera devices. According to court records, 28-year-old Mitchell Wasick is facing 28 charges of invasive visual recording. According to affidavits obtained by our sister station in Austin, 2 witnesses contacted the Travis County Sheriff's Office in May to report the incidents. Apparently, they found spy cameras in the bathroom of the family's house on Lake Travis. The cameras were disguised as charging ports. Another witness says she found videos of herself in the bathroom of Wasick's home in Dallas. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in jail. He's now out on $280,000 bond.
As you can see, beloved, this is a recurring issue, a recurring problem, which is not Well, now they are coming out of there with this thing, but this stuff was already a problem with this dude. This dude is in his 20s, all right? He doesn't look... Let me just enlarge this. This is that generation, brethren, okay? This is what they are doing. This is the son of a billionaire, millionaire, or whatever. Buc-ee's, this guy, he had potentially unlimited amount of money, things that he can do, except for they can get women. You would have thought like a guy like him, having all this money and the reputation behind him, he could have easily get any women that he can. They can't. They can't. Of course, the number 28 charges. Okay, you know what to do in the chat room. All right. So this dude, he's in his 20s. He's filming women in his house and in his family's house, family members, friends, and his family. One of his core family co-founded Buc-ee's. Most likely, Buc-ee's has a lot of bathroom. And like I told our people, at this point right now, I'm not gonna tell our people to like, oh, be careful when you go to those bathroom or whatever. It won't matter. It won't matter, man. At this time right now, I really don't care what those guys are doing. But big Levi, they are watching us and stuff like that. Yeah, they've been watching. These dude forefathers were the one in the plantation supervising our people, watching every one of them move. And now they can't watch our people anymore. Well, he can't watch them. Just watch his own family. This is their men. This is the product of their men. This is what their manhood got to. And you can look at this dude. There are certain signs that are telling you he's either an addict or he's carrying something. You can see the breakout in his lips or his face and stuff. Most likely a meth addict. Most likely. And the guy, he's in his 20s. He doesn't look, the dude looks like he's a hard 40 right there. And that's what happened to those guys. That's what they do. The drugs literally destroy them and alter the mind, because that's what they wanted to do to us, but it happened to them. Let's keep on moving.
To make self-checkouts were supposed to make shopping easier, but as Amber Cagliano reports, they're also causing chaos.
Please wait for assistance. The scanners at self-checkout lines are meant to make shopping an easy breezy experience.
69 cents.
But they can also be a major headache, says shopping expert Phil Lempert.
It is so easy to make a mistake on these machines. People have a full shopping cart, they're putting it in, they forget to scan something, or the machine just doesn't work. And if you make a mistake unintentionally, hey, you could be arrested.
Sounds hard to believe? Consider what happened to Paige Warren.
I didn't steal.
She says she was on her way out of a Walmart in Texas with a shopping cart filled with items when an employee told her that a $6 bag of Reese's Pieces didn't scan.
I apologized immediately and said, I'm so sorry. I scanned it. I thought it scanned. And I was trying to take out my debit card to go over there and pay. And he was like, you can't do that. You have to come with me.
She was taken to a back room and questioned by an officer.
I don't understand why I can't just walk back and pay for my bag of Reese's and go outside with my children.
I'm starting to panic because I'm just in this room with them and they're not listening to me. I'm just like almost in tears. I'm ready to cry.
They let her go without pressing charges, but she's now banned from that location.
I do not use self-checkout. I do not want to be accused of something like that again.
She's not the only shopper we spoke to who says they were falsely accused of shoplifting and even detained after using a self-checkout machine.
I didn't want to go to jail. I was just trying to do everything that he told me to do.
Merquana Tippins says when she was having trouble scanning items at a Cleveland Walmart, this employee came over to lend a hand. But after paying, she says this security guard accused her of stealing.
I'm just checking to see.
He let her go, but Merquana says she was so offended, she returned everything.
I was being accused of something I didn't do, and I just felt like that was a slap in the face. So I returned everything, and they offered me a gift card.
But that wasn't the end of it.
2 weeks later, I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I went to jail.
Merquana spent 6 hours in jail, but all charges were dismissed when this security footage proved her innocence. Her attorney, Steve Albenzi, says it can happen to anyone.
It's scary for any person to think that they can literally be going about their day grocery shopping for their children, and that leads to incarceration.
What tips do you have for people using self-checkout?
Number one is slow down. Don't try to rush through. Look at the bottom of the cart. If you put anything on the bottom, make sure you're scanning that as well. If you've got one item, sure, use the self-checkout. But if you've got 15 items, head to the cashier.
Now, why did I play this thing? I don't play it for, I'm not an expert in any of that. But the reason why I play this, it's because of the laws that those people recently have. Let me tell you how ridiculous their laws is, okay? When they drop the drugs in our neighborhood, in our hood, in our communities, in our countries, to destroy our people, and the drug deals indeed destroy our people, literally wiped us out. And they know if they cut us out of the economic line, they cut us out of the work line, they cut us off, all we can do is being depressed and try to get drugs, and we'll be on drugs, and we'll need more jobs, and we'll go more drugs, we're going to commit a crime to get those drugs. And that's exactly what happened. That's what it was intended to. And they will come up with the DEA, the CIA, those guys always coming over there and try to resolve the problems they created. And everybody were aware of that. They themselves, they come with laws and policies. See, something as minor as this, as going to a Walmart and then something didn't scan, or you didn't see something, instead of this person go over there and say, oh, this one didn't scan, you need to go pay for that. All right, thanks, man, I didn't see this. You go back, you pay for it, and then you on your business, you're on your way doing your business. Is good. But their laws, what they did, brethren, they made laws against shoplifting that was like hardcore law for hardcore criminals. If anyone, whether it was a mistake or it was real, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. I bought this thing that had another one stuck at the bottom of it, which I didn't see, and I paid for one. The other one didn't scan. You're going to jail. We don't care. You stole it. This was the law. This is still the law. That is when this thing was upon our people, when our people were stealing and shoplifting in the 80s and all that. They have all this came out and stuff like that. That's what those folks were doing. Now, they realize one thing, brethren, especially in California, Portland, and those places, that their drugs shifted. The wind shifted. And a lot of those people, children, were getting involved with drugs, and they were cutting those children off because they did rehab, they did everything, they never changed. And those guys, those kids, they were going out there and shoplifting, stealing, and everything. And they were getting arrested. And they do that so much and so often that the jail cell become overloaded with those addicts, and none of them look like us. So what they did, beloved, they could not stop the drugs, nor, even worse, they could not stop the addiction. They made laws saying that if anybody steals anything over $25 or whatever, or anything, there's a specific numbers. I say if the theft is somewhere around below 50 or let's say $100, let them steal it, they can go to jail. They come up with those policies because of their children, because of their people. Those were the lawmakers, those were the senators, the council members, the sheriff, the police officer, the deputies, the surgeon, the general, or whatever you want to call them. They are the one who came with this law saying, oh man, this is ridiculous and things like that. Now they get caught up into it. They are the one that make a law saying, if you, for instance, there's a video. I'm not gonna go into this because it's quite too graphic. But they get caught up in this and they blame this 11-year-old girl. Okay, a law said if you shared any nude picture of an underage minor to an adult, both of you are sharing child pornography, and both of you are going to jail. This is something that they were doing to target our people. Now, because of all the old tic-tac thing, a bunch of like pedophile, which look like a certain people, are going out there getting children. And there's a video of a 11-year-old girl that was sending this man enticing her to sending picture onto him. And then the police went to the girl house and tried to arrested her and gave her like 40 years life in prison for child pornography. That's how backward their laws are. This little girl was tricked by this man, yet they wanna treat both of them as equal. They wanna say, okay, well, she committed the crime because she knowingly sent this over there. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. There's another story of a young man. He was on a dating site. He met this young girl. She was 20 years old, and then they dated. They came to a park, and they get down. They do what was naturally for between a man and a woman to do. And then the young girl went and tell her friends, and her friends got jealous and tell the mom, and the mom told the dad, and then they told the police. Come to find out, she was 15, and then the guy went to prison for being a child molester. He went to prison for being a pedophile or sex offender. Although it was conscious, it was conscient, it was something that they agreed upon. But because their law, even though she lied to get in there, she didn't have no problem against him. It was the other girl, the other friend, that got jealous, and then the parents know about that, and the guy got arrested for being a sex offender or molester. And then they put him in jail, and then he's now fighting, trying to get those charges off because he didn't. The girl looked 20 to him. It was consensual baking. This is the law. That's what they bring unto. They are the one who make things like that. They are the one who make silly laws, silly policies. If you are shopping, something did not scan, okay, and then they said, okay, this one didn't scan. Or like, oh, excuse me, let me go pay for it. You pay for it. You can pay for it. You gone. That's all. They are the one that coming over there and calling you, putting you inside, interrogating you like you did something that is so bad. Oh, Reese's Pieces, this cost that. This is like $20 million. You stole so much money. You stole so much stuff. That is why those people, they put the illusion that, oh, our people are the one that are shoplifting and then do stuff and things like that. Well, that's why Target is closing. That's why Kmart is closing. That's why Circuit City is closing. Because black folks are stealing everything. When they are going down, hey, blame it on black folk. This is the laws, their policies. This is the backwarded policies that coming back and hunt them. Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Get over your humility already. It's not a healthy humility.
Okay, so this video was shared onto me by a sister. And that guy, because of the whole thing that happened over there, and then he's sending a message to his people over there. I believe it's around 33 minutes. And let's just listen about a minute or two about this.
Think that because of secular values, the world has become more moral? Less barbaric? Why do they put up pictures of their barbarism, of their butchery? Because they know that others will be impressed. This is not a pretty picture. The only hope left for the world is our morality. So let's get back our courage. Let's get back our pride. We are the light to the nations.
Of course, you are the light. That's what you guys are doing, all those things. That's what you've been doing, all those things. Now suddenly you people want to be the light. You people are the light. You were the light. Who's been in charge? You guys been in charge the whole time. You make laws, you change everything, you do this, you have the say so, you have the first and the last say. You do everything. You guys are the reason why this world are in this shape. And I'm not talking about him and his people. I'm talking about 83 in general. All of you backwarded Gentiles, you guys are the reason why this world are in this situation. You didn't bring the world any light, man. You guys bring nothing but darkness and lies and deceit. You folks never told the truth and telling the people why this thing is happening over there. Why is it? Is it because of the stuff that you're saying? No. You guys are out of time. The prophecy did say, we told you guys that, for 100 years. You know what? Let us read it for you. Genesis 15 verse 13, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay, now 2019, 400 years is over. All right, well then, right after 2019, 2020 came in, the entire world got shut down. The entire world got locked out. You guys say, oh, well, we're on a lockdown. Oof, good, we came out of this lockdown. No, you're locked out. Look at the state of this world. Look at your food. Look at the money. Look at the wars that's going on over there, trying to fulfill prophecy. And those guys don't care, man. They'll destroy their own people just to prove a point. And they are, and they did. Just to prove a point. And the Holy One said, Genesis 15 verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And that's what it is. It's a judgment. You guys are not the light of the world. 83 is not the light. You guys were the darkness of the world and still are. You can expect the same guy that been lying to you from birth. And then when you find out the truth, he's the one that's going to teach you the truth now. It doesn't work like that. See, you people did a lot. Okay, that's why the Holy One is judging you through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Great book, okay? All right, execution by the sword, plague number 9. There is war over there. There's war in Azerbaijan, Armenia, and the natural disasters, you want to call them, are destroying you. You people need to go out there and tell the truth. Humble thyself, not to get your pride. You can't go through this with pride, like this fellow said. You can't go with this with pride, man. It can't be done like that, okay? So just want to play a little bit of this. Again, like I said, beloved, we really don't care what's going on over there. Let's keep on moving. Okay, this is over there in Afghanistan. Let me just cut the stuff right there. Okay, this is in Afghanistan, man. They had this quote-unquote the earthquake going on over there. And then it kills a lot of people, man. Okay, kills a lot of people. This was the aftershock. And as you can see, the so-called 83, they are catching hell all over the world. They are catching hell all over the world. A lot of people are dying, man. Okay? The Holy One is shaking the entire world. This is prophecy. Those earthquakes are prophecy. You guys are being mute about the whole thing we are bringing out there. Those are the prophecy. Okay? But that little fiasco thing, you guys are going out there and saying, oh, look at this. Look at us. We're being attacked. And now, because those people attacked us, let's go over there and kill everyone. And then, let's say a year later, those guys are still going to be here. Wait, I thought you guys said you were going to get rid of all the terrorism, like, America said back in 2001. 21 years later, still have terrorists out there. Oh, well, there's the war to fight terrorism. But you guys are still fighting this thing. Okay? This is earthquake going on over there in Afghanistan. How long we are into this thing? 53 minutes. We're almost done with this first part right here. Let's keep on moving.
People injured and the aftermath apparently captured on camera.
I believe it's Wisconsin 6209 that got hit by the bus. So do you need immediate assistance, fire, or anything like that?
Late Friday, an Air Wisconsin flight was taxiing for departure from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport when the FAA says it was struck by a passenger bus. The Chicago Fire Department describing the collision as minor contact. American Airlines says the incident involved an employee bus and an American Eagle flight. American says 6 employees on the bus went to the hospital for further evaluation, adding there were no reports of injuries on board the plane.
So you could feel the collision?
Yeah, we could feel the collision. It kind of jolted you forward a little bit, almost hit my head on the seat in front of me.
Gianni Carolla says he was on that flight heading to Dayton, Ohio, when the trip went wrong.
after the tire screech, it just went dead silent. And everybody was kind of looking around.
Now, federal authorities say they'll investigate.
Okay, federal authority, those people, again, those are message unto us, all right? And as we can see in the airplane right here, there's Z-57, and the nation gonna do what they do best, and the airplane strike these things. Then again, we know those things, their airports are built on top of energies, okay? And those folks, they want to show you, or they want to tell you that was like a random accident, okay? Then again, this thing was sent by Kevis Mitchell, all right? Those are messages being sent unto us, and we know what that is, all right? Let's keep on moving.
There are many injuries that occur around airplanes as their bags are being loaded and as catering trucks are servicing airplanes. With all of these vehicles driving around trying to support the airplanes, sometimes they get together with each other.
Tonight, questions unanswered with what seems to be minimal damage done. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay up.
Yeah, well, you people can go ahead and keep lying about this thing, but we know exactly what caused that, and we know exactly what's going on. Let's keep on moving, beloved, okay? Okay, that's the Afghanistan, okay? All right, over 2,000 people killed. I mean, 2,000, that's what they want to tell you. Okay, when it comes to destruction like this, you folks, there's nothing you guys can do. Okay, you guys do not have the technology to repair this or cause that. But if it's something to kill people, military gonna be there. Things have been all over the news, people being killed and stuff like that. That's what you guys would have done. But you are not built for this. You're built for destruction, not for quote unquote construction.
A freak accident.
Okay, so a freak accident claimed the life of North Dakota nursing home resident. I think there's a news in it, but with these guys, I don't want to go ahead and play their video because they can strike you.
Tanya and Terrell, this morning, people will return to the blast here to assess the damage, but it's unclear what exactly can be salvaged in all of the debris. The Woodstock Fire Rescue District says they first responded to the area yesterday afternoon after a crew working near Tyrone and Lincoln hit a gas main inside a sewer line. St. Mary's Catholic Church was evacuated and neighbors were initially asked to shelter in place. About 2 hours later, as NICOR and firefighters were on the scene, fire officials say there was an explosion. The blast leveling one home and damaging at least 10 buildings. Rebecca Brasowski said her brother and his wife lived in the home that was destroyed. She's gathering donations and raising money after she says the newlywed couple and their roommate lost everything.
Their whole life was in that house and they have to rebuild, and we're here to help them, and hopefully people can help them as well.
All right, so
2 firefighters were taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but no one overall was seriously hurt. Meanwhile, the Red Cross responded in the aftermath of the explosion. They came to help at least 11 people who have been displaced. And this morning, an investigation into the cause of the blast is underway.
That's the thing. You guys always, we will investigate and we'll tell you what happened. We'll say we'll that. And as you can see, 11 building damages after a house explode, and this thing keep happening every other day. And it used to happen once a year, but this thing keep happening. It's happening. It ain't gonna stop. And you see a lot of people, that young folks that just get married and they were supposed to be happy, because when you get married, you're supposed to be happy, wealth, honeymoon, and all that good stuff. But now you have to think about this. Now you have to think about the explosion of your home and all your material stuff. That's one. Remember that gentleman, that woman, she had a wedding, and her son, she had a wedding, and her son got drunk and killed her own mother at the wedding. And it was, he got drunk, and then he stabbed the mother, I believe, and he killed his own mother at his own wedding and things like that. So Those stuff, they're gonna keep happening. Why? Because you folks are not in your blessing anymore. Of course, many people don't care. They will just ignore that because they really don't care. They just ignore it. They will ignore it. They will like, hey, as long as I got a job, I got a car, I can post whatever I want online. I got freedom, and I don't care about that. Well, okay. Well, that's what we did say back then, because remember, Israelites, we are very proud people. So the Holy One is humbling. Well, he did humble us. So now we are watching towards you. So then again, beloved, this is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the cities. It's only going to get worse. All right. There we go. Fiery conflagration of the cities. All right. Let's see how long we are into this thing. Okay, we are exactly 1 hour. We're going to stop here, and then we're going to go to the other part 2. All right. You can either wait for part 2, or you can search for it. The people on TV, we highly recommend you to seek for part 2. The people on the phone, you can wait because it should automatically play, but you can also do that too. Beloved, everything is doing well on our side. We've been through this thing. We are going through this thing. We are not afraid, and we don't care. I say, I myself, I'm staying out of it. What about you? Would you? Shalom. See you in part 2.